Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all here today. Okay, let me just get everything ready. Hi, Janati. Okay, welcome, my friends. So welcome back, my future authorities. Welcome back to day 2 of our master course. Today's class is the authority code, how modern leaders, you, build unstoppable influence. So if you were here yesterday, can you feel the transformation that's happening after day 1? You walked into this training as talented health professionals or people that want to get into the health field. And today you're about to walk out with the information on how to elevate your brand and your business and become the authority in your field who will command premium prices and create massive income and impact. And that is what people want. And that is what I hope you want. So today, also, by the way, we have some great news. If you were here yesterday, I was talking about an offer for a scholarship. So my team and we met last night, we put our heads together, and we cooked up something absolutely amazing. And I want to help bring 5 new practitioners, health professionals into business with this health modality this year. And I want you to absolutely crush it. And honestly, we are so excited because we know this is going to be next level insane. So I'm going to share it all later. Trust me, but you are going to love this. So I want to do a quick wins chat. In the chat, tell me, is there anything, if you've been here on our last classes, that you've already come up with some kind of an idea or something that you've implemented or something that you've been inspired by that you want to work with in some way? If so, put it in the chat. Very excited. Deep impact and integrating natural means. Okay. For those of you who could not join us that are here today, you should have the recordings in your email and you can take a look at it and listen at your own pace. Please excuse me, my mouth gets very dry, so I pop lozenges in. So thank you for those responses. So let's go over quickly how to make this experience transformational for you today if this is your first time here. 1, we're going to dive deep. We're going to complete every exercise and to get yourself out there. We're going to celebrate every win. We're going to share aha moments that will light you up from the inside. I want to make sure, if you have not, to join our Plant Alliance Facebook group because you're going to receive a lot of information in there. You're also going to share your wins with us in there. And after I read this, I'm going to post all the links in the chat that you'll want today. I'm going to give you a link for Telegram where you can stay connected, where we put information in sometimes before and after the class, a place you can ask questions. And then when I talk about doing homework, it's really about these questions are self-reflective for you and your purpose and where you want to go. It's just to help you discover your soul's purpose. I also sent out a link for the book for those of you that are interested. It goes with the course. And I'm going to put the link in where you can get it if you want it. It's normally $19.95, and I'm offering it to everybody who joined this masterclass for $1. If you don't want to get the book, don't get the book. The only thing you won't have is access to some of the insights that are self-reflective. So totally up to you. I'm also going to give you a link where you're going to have access to some success stories that might really be exciting and interesting for you. And lastly, take massive action because that is where the magic happens. Let me post this for you right now. And there you go. Now I need to celebrate you. For those of you that have been here, you are in the top 3% of people that really show up and do the work. But more importantly, look what you've already shared in the chat. I mean, it's amazing. You're getting things, you're feeling things. So I'm really proud of what I'm hearing. And I'm hoping that today, which is going to be a really meaty day, you're going to be totally inspired by the ideas that you're going to receive today. And I hope you leave today's class with your mind reeling and feeling excited about the possibilities. Because what I'm going to share is not something that other people will share with you. So today we are throwing out the old business playbook entirely. I'm going to show you the new rules that turn struggling health and wellness professionals into the market authority. And I'm going to reveal the strategic integration approach that's creating thriving health professionals while serving more people than ever before. So let's get right into it. For decades, including myself, most of us who served others, whether entrepreneurs, whether a solopreneur, we've been following rules that were designed, in my opinion, to keep us small and struggling. The big boys had the playing field. No one can see us, and the investment was too large to be seen on the playing field. It was unattainable for us. So I knew when I came back this time, and I shared my story yesterday, I was not coming back to play small. And the truth is that business has changed so much over the last 5 years that it's meant for us and it's our time. And I'm going to show you why and how over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. So let me tell you exactly what I mean. In the old rules, in the old playbook, there was no authority for us. You become invisible in a crowd. There can be 682,000 social workers. There are 370,000 therapists out there, and we're all taught to say the same thing. You can't stand out. Rule 2, master one specialty and no way to build a reputation. If you create a book, sometimes you're going to be seen, but believe it or not, getting on a bestseller list, actually it can be bought, very expensive, but it takes years also to get out there and become someone who's an authority. It took years and it took a lot of money. Most people had PR firms. Again, not something that health professionals and wellness professionals can do. You spend years building up your brand, and opportunities pass you by. You want to work quick. Speed to market wins in today's economy, and every one of us can get there. Old rule, compete on price and availability. Huge problem. You're trapped in a race to the bottom because it's all about who's going to charge less, and you can't make money that way. I mean, you're in an hourly business. So you have a finite cap to begin with. So now racing to the bottom, charging less, it doesn't serve you at all. And it's time to get out of that hourly prison. And I'm going to tell you how. And not only that, but you attract bargain hunters that really don't value what you do. And truth be told, when you don't believe in yourself enough to charge premium pricing, you're not going to get the people who are willing to pay premium pricing. And today we're going to talk about how you do that. Really important. So the new rules, I'm going to show you on the board. You can see? Okay. RM is right mindset. And you might say, yeah, okay, I get it. You have to have the right mindset. I know. But I can't tell you how impactful this is. If you don't come in with a belief that you can do this, you will not do this. Yesterday, I shared a quote. whether you can or can't, you're right. A quote by Henry Ford. And I love that. So you have to have the right mindset. And that's one of the things that we work on. The second thing you want to have is once you get there and you have that self belief, is strategic integration and authority. Strategic integration is creating a specialty or a second specialty that is going to have you standing out from everybody else in your field. You know, when we look up people like a therapist, you see, okay, this person's a therapist, but what is your specialty? What do what am I going to you for? Are you this or are you this? And believe it or not, if you are this, you are going to create more of an impact and really start to create your wealth. And once you do this and you stand out from your crowd, you then build up your authority. And we're going to talk about that as well, a little bit today, a lot tomorrow. And that is going to help you build this amazing, helpful business to others. And then the last thing is advanced automated systems. After we do all of this, if you want, you create these amazing automated systems that get out there and you're seeing 24/7. Along with that, because of this, we create income streams so that you can have more than that finite hourly prison, I call it. You have to have more. You have to offer your clients more, and your clients want more. And that's how we do it. That is basically where we start. So, and you're creating your authority once you do this. So when I work with clients, this is the foundation I like to focus on within the first 3 months, doing all of these three things. And you can do it on your own as well when you're building your business. What's important is to do it step by step. You have to do it in the right order because I've learned skipping steps and trying to get there quickly or doing it out of sequence is what kept me stuck, and it's what keeps most professionals stuck. But when you follow the system exactly as I'm going to show you, that's where the magic happens. So to break it down a little deeper, in the new rules, you have to have the right mindset. You have to have strategic integration and authority. After you decide what that is, then we start positioning yourself as the authority in this specific area. You share content with your audience. You focus on a niche. You get all of that figured out. So I'm going to save you also today, literally, or tomorrow, hundreds of hours on something I'm going to teach you that is going to lighten your business brain load immensely and create something that is amazing for you. It's like having a virtual assistant 24/7 at your command that does a ton of work for you. It's brilliant, and I'm going to show it to you. And then we go into the advanced automated systems. And there are really two types of systems. You need to have multiple income streams, which we spoke about, getting you out of that hourly finite prison and bring stability. And diversified revenues will protect you from market fluctuations and position you as the expert with multiple solutions. I mean, if you take COVID as an example, everybody was shut down. My business was not. And people needed me, and people need you. And then there's pricing. There is no competing on price. What we're going to do for you is create your authority and create a system that nobody else offers, right? Either creating a business with specialization integration, what I'm going to talk to you about, or taking your business, adding another specialization, and then creating you as the authority. Nobody else will be doing this, especially in what I'm going to talk to you about today. So you stand out. You have a niche, you have your intended audience, you get out there. So people won't be, as an example, investing in you as a therapist. They're going to be investing in you as a therapist who, for instance, focuses on anxiety for teenagers, or focuses on, as a nutritionist, how to stay motivated and stay on your plan. there's a difference in the people that are going to be looking for you, right? You just kind of claimed your specialty. And I really want to talk to you about holistic wellness. It is the gold mine right now. Integrating a holistic approach into your business or creating a business with it, it is the fastest growing healthcare sector and the highest paying. I do not take any insurance, and we're going to talk more about this later, and I'm going to show you why. And this is just an idea for you. You might have some things that you have rolling around in your head that you would like to do, and we'll talk about all of that. So, what is specialization integration? It is about combining two specific, complementary to each other specialties that is going to pull you out of the circle of 200 and put you in the market of one as a specialist. It's a combination that creates synergy into the business where your combined knowledge becomes more valuable and you can add an entire new dimension to your business. So here, because of that, you then create a signature product that no one else can offer, and then you create income streams. Then your audience is finding your niche, is finding you as you reach out to your specific audience. And it brings you more strategic business and an offering to other people. So when you become a specialist, you are charging premium pricing because people are seeking you out. It's very strategic for building an amazing business. And that's not what it was 5 years ago. So now, before I share with you what I believe to be the most powerful integration opportunity available today, I want to ask you something important. Do any of you already have a thought of a possible specialty in mind that you've been thinking about or adding to your business or creating a business? Something that excites you or you feel called to explore? Please share in the chat. Anybody have something like they want to implement immediately, and you think about these things and you don't want to do it because there might be so much schooling and there's cost and a lot of different areas that kind of really hold you back. Has anybody come up with something that they've been thinking about? Yeah, definitely. In the health business, for sure. So if you're open to exploring possibilities, then write in the chat, yes, I am open to explore possibilities because I want to share an amazing specialty that complements the health business, focusing on mental health and happiness. Or you can create with this specialty your business and add a niche audience. So let's see, I can see that some of you can't wait to learn. Okay, about the flower remedies. That's fantastic. I want to share a health modality. It's holistic, it's all natural, it focuses on mental health, and it creates you as a specialist. You're not a wellness professional, you're not a therapist, you are a specialist. It's in wealth, it's in health and happiness, and you can incorporate this into any business or any ideas that you have that you're interested in getting into. I have to tell you that this completely transformed my life and transformed the lives of people I work with. So whether you're integrating it or using this health modality as your specialty, you can use it to create income streams and build a business that is going to take you to the next level. So on page 42 in the book, we talk about, there's an evaluation for you there, and we talk about the sweet spot formula. So the most successful integrations happen when you find specialties that mark all these boxes I'm going to share with you. If you're in business, does it complement your existing skills without competing? Does it address unmet needs in your client current base? Because when you think about that, if you have clients right now, can you integrate this? Would this be helpful to the clients you already have? Does it allow premium positioning and higher fee structures? Does it have proven demand, but there's limited local experience? Can you learn it quickly with proper guidance? And does it position you as an authority in an emerging field? So in the book, there's an assessment also on page 40 that helps you to learn more about where your interests may lay with authority positioning. By the way, I may be a few pages off in the book. I've been adding things and moving things around. So if you purchase the book, just email me after the course and I'll send you the new one. It's just really tweaking. And you could, and my email, if you don't have it, is amy@amydcohen.com. Let me put it in the chat for you. Okay. So I want to share some statistics with you. They're going to blow your mind and show you exactly why now is the right time to position yourself as a mental health specialist, especially in the holistic realm, because of past experience over the last 10 years. I don't know how many of you know this. It became crazy with kids in school and ADHD and teachers wanting the kids to get medicine for it if they couldn't sit still in class because it was disruptive. Many of my friends, their kids were on ADHD medicine, and it caused a stir. Kids weren't eating, but this is what the teachers wanted. It was very difficult. Over time, after this happens, people were like, I don't want my kids on this medication, and started looking for other ways. So now, a decade later, people are like, I want more for myself and my kids. So first, I want to share, numbers don't lie. The mental health reality is that 1 in 5 adults experience mental health issues annually. Anxiety disorders affect 40 million adults in the United States. It doesn't even talk about children, but I work with children with anxiety all the time. I also wrote a book on remedies for anxiety, a whole book that speaks to remedies to use and getting out there. So depression affects over 21 million adults annually. 70% of adults say that they're experiencing stress that impacts their daily functioning. And I've seen this. The average wait time for mental health services, 7 to 12 weeks. And you're not really even getting what you want. You're trying to get in and see a doctor who could possibly give you medication that may or may not work. And it's not just about anxiety and depression. There are just so many things going on. So let me tell you about the holistic integrated medicine gap. 78% of adults seek holistic healthcare approaches for mental wellness. 84% are willing to pay premium for integrated mental health support. Most healthcare providers feel unprepared to address the mental health component of their clients' needs, because if you're a social worker or you're a therapist, you cannot give medicine. It's just talk therapy. And many times, if you can give medicine, right, you're referring them to a psychiatrist. That's how it works anyway in the United States. And they meet and then they get medication, but it doesn't always work. So it becomes really complicated. So how many of you have clients, family, friends, acquaintances who struggle with anxiety, stress, or emotional challenges that go beyond what you can address right now if you're currently in business or if you're not in business? How many people do you know? Do you think this might be a good business for you, helping others? I mean, there is so much mental health struggle out there. You have sadness. You have things like confidence. There is no pill for confidence, but there is a remedy for confidence. And I am sure that you too will be on it many, many times in your lifetime, just like me. There's school issues. There's autism spectrum disorder, ASD, which I also wrote a book on using plant medicine for the symptoms. There's a chaotic lifestyle. There's organization. I use remedies for organization all the time. So does this resonate with you? Do you feel like there's something there for you? Does it excite you to know that you could possibly help your children, your friends, just with something so simple like confidence? So what if you can help with confidence, purpose, life-changing, transition, people moving, people dying, grief, anger? What if you can see amazing positive changes within a short period of time? So as a nutritionist, you have clients that struggle with mindset. Maybe they can't control their eating or their motivation. And they come in every week and you talk to them and they say, yeah, I fell off the wagon. I don't know if I want to do this. What if you can give them something for motivation and to stay focused? And if they step off the wagon, to get back on again. It's crazy. There are remedies for that. It's like a higher power has given us flowers and plants, not just for their beauty, but for their healing capacity. So it's totally amazing. Or you're a life coach trying to help your clients move forward when they're stuck and wish you had more than talk therapy. If you have a client with procrastination challenges and you see them weekly and nothing changes, what can you do? Well, now you can do something. You're literally giving them a physical product to take home with them and start taking. It's amazing. No one wins when they walk in and you're just doing it again and you're talking again, but it's really going nowhere. But after a remedy and they're coming in the next week or 2 weeks later, they're coming in and they're telling you, I did the craziest thing. I was able to clean out a closet. They might not even realize that it was the remedy that did that. But as a practitioner, as a health professional, you're going to know that. And you're going to know the questions to ask them. And you're going to be able to say, that's the remedy. It's just moving you back into balance. It's helping your state of mind, your attitude, your fears, your behavior challenges, and moving it to your best state of mind. So let me share with you my superpower. Plant medicine, specifically flower remedies. And I want to tell you how I fell into it. I mean, it was crazy. You think that things happen by accident, but I really don't believe they do. So I had been struggling for bad anxiety for about a year. It came out of nowhere. I had no idea what it was. And I didn't know what to do about it. And what was happening was it was just getting progressively worse. I was able to take a Xanax as something that would help me just get to the supermarket to shop and keep my head down and just get what I needed to do. But I didn't want to take Xanax. I just wanted to get better. I did not want to start taking drugs that I can possibly become addicted to. And not only that, I didn't feel better. It might have helped me to get in the car and go to the store, which was a mile away, but I wasn't overall getting better. I was struggling and it was bad. And then my dad became ill and he's in another state. And I had to start running back and forth to him. I literally had to get on a plane, go out to Florida, go to the hospital, take care of my dad, come home on Friday to take care of my children, and get them ready for the next week. And at the time, we had sold the house, and I did not know if my husband and I were going to stay together. There was a lot going on. So after going back and forth for 5 weeks on that schedule, I really felt like I was starting to lose it. I never knew what I was walking into on Monday morning when I got back to the hospital and went to my father's room. And then I had I had 5 doctors telling me their opinions, and I started having to make these death decisions for my father. I mean, it was crazy. Nobody tells you that as you get older, you're going to have to take care of your parents and things like this come up. So after those 5 weeks, I really did not know what to do at this point. I could barely think. I I just couldn't. I was starting to have a really hard time function, and I'm a strong woman. So something like this was really out of my realm. I wasn't used to it. So I called my kid's doctor, who is a doctor and a holistic practitioner. I met her when my son was ill as a baby, and she was really helpful. So she became my doctor. So I was really struggling and I had some major decisions to make. And I said, you know what? I need to call her up and ask her for a script in some way, some way to help me. I called her up and I said, I'm coming home. I need something to help me. I think I'm falling apart. I'm not sure if I'm having a nervous breakdown. I don't know what it is. I just know that it is just the peak point in my life right now, and I need to be able to make decisions, and I need to be able to focus and make decisions with clarity. So she says to me, "Come on in. I'm going to make you a flower remedy blend." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You're going to make me a flower remedy blend?" I was like, "What is that?" So she's like, "Come in, trust me, I'll give you the script, but I'm also going to give you a remedy. Please take the remedy first before you do that." So I went in and I got the remedy and I started taking it. She told me how to take it. Really simple. You just put it in your mouth or you spray it around you. And I took it. By Monday morning, when I was getting back on the plane, I mean, this is crazy. I had full clarity. I knew what I was doing. I knew the doctors, what I was going to tell the doctors. I was taking control of what was happening at the hospital with my father. I mean, it was totally freaky amazing, right? So, well, that started a whole thing for me. Was that the remedy that did that? Now, it doesn't work like this for everybody. Like all of a sudden you go in and the next day, oh my God, my life has changed. My head's back together. But when you are in a chaotic state, boom, it works like that to bring you back to yourself. So I had to learn more about this. I started buying the remedies. My family, my friends, they all became my guinea pigs. I was giving out remedies left and right, doing consultations, trying to figure out, does this really help? Was it like a one-off that happened? But I kept seeing results. My friends kept seeing results. And I'll give you a story. My son, during all of this, my son's very quiet, very shy. He goes to school, new school this year, and whatever year that was. And the teacher sends me something. Your son really does not talk. I think we should get him evaluated for learning disabilities. Now, I knew my son was very shy, but I said, okay, we can do that. I'm open to that. If my son needs help, I want to help him. But I really felt like he was shy. So because I was playing around, I said, all right, I'm going to make him a flower remedy blend. So I made him one. The doctor's appointment was in 2 weeks. He went to the doctor's appointment. He went, going to school every day. And the end result was it was just his shyness. And the remedy that he was taking literally brought him out of that. And he became a child, and it's his true self, just moves you back to your true self. It can't change you into someone you're not. It just brings out the beauty of who you truly are. And he became outgoing, and he was playing with kids, and he was raising his hand in school, which he wasn't doing before. That was crazy. So getting back to the story, after I started playing around and I said, oh my God, there is more to this. I need to learn more. I'm going to start going and meeting the producers of these remedies around the world and studying with them. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, by the way, my anxiety was totally gone. It took, I definitely results within the first 30 days, but it was totally gone by the second or third month. Not an inkling left of anxiety. So I started traveling and meeting with these producers. I went to Portugal, I went to Australia, 24-hour flight. Okay. I was able to get on that flight. So I realized that I became very purposeful in feeling like this is what I am supposed to be doing. It was a new beginning for me. It was life changing. This was my purpose, my calling. And what's so crazy about that is that this happens at 50. So here I am getting ready to retire, and I'm thinking, no, I have to get this out to the world. So, and I have to get this out to my generation, to the next younger generation, and the next younger generation after that, because this has to be incorporated into the world of health. People have to know that this is available for them. So in those links, there's also a book on there with case studies, it's called. And it's the link is amydcohen.com/case studies. You are going to see videos and write-ups from my clients telling you what the remedies have done for themselves and their children. So is this inspiring anybody? Is it like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this is even here? Massively. Yeah. You're sitting there and thinking about all the people that you know that can use it. Thank you. About feeling my story is inspiring. I appreciate that. Yeah. So before I get into explaining exactly what it is, I want to share this information with you. So key numbers coming out, and by the way, on page 40, you'll see a personal assessment as well. So specialists consistently out-earn generalists, which I spoke about in pre-training, 40 to 60%. 40 to 60% more clients, more impact, more income. 84% will pay premium for specialized expertise. Mental health coaching, and by the way, when you're working with these remedies, you're life coaching, aren't you? And it represents a $4.2 billion market, mental health coaching. And it's growing 22% annually. So I'm going to introduce you to flower remedies, tell you more about them. A gentle yet powerful healing modality that's creating amazing opportunities for people that want to help others. You want to expand your impact. You want to create more income in ways that you've never imagined and helping clients in ways you've never imagined. These are not essential oils. It is its own health modality that focuses on mental and emotional health and wellness. And you will see the trickle down effect physically. So, and they work on our energy field. So here's something interesting. When I was working with a client for her adult son, um, who had ASD, was on the spectrum, she was not sure where she wanted to go, what she wanted to do. And she also had a lot of pain in her body, and she didn't know why, especially in her face. So I started working with her. I didn't feel like I can help fibromyalgia in any way, but I was helping her get through everything that was going on with her son. At the time, she felt like she had to make a really important decision, a decision she really did not want to make. And what happened was I made her a remedy to help her with the decision, to help her feel okay about the decision. Whatever that decision was going to be, was going to come from inside her. Her soul would speak to her. And what happened was when we spoke a month later, she goes, the craziest thing happened. She goes, my fibromyalgia, I don't feel it. I'm not feeling any of it. So we do some research, we come to find out that fibromyalgia, although it has a physical name, it comes emotionally. It comes from emotion. So now they might have changed that. There might be other things that are coming out, learning more about it. But I will tell you, I mean, who knew, right? So it's crazy. So what's remarkable is that this is not new age. They have been around for years, hundreds of years. Although there are many flower remedies throughout the world, most people know one remedy brand called Bach Flower Remedies. They're from England. But there is an explosion of new flower remedy lines from around the world that address everything from modern stress to spiritual awakenings. There is more and more research into using plants to heal disease and physical challenges. The timing could not be better because people are desperately seeking alternatives to pharmaceuticals for emotional health. I mean, what doctor can you go to and ask for something for confidence? My son's not feeling confident. He had a challenge in school, and he and my daughter need something for confidence. Can you give me something? No, they can't. People are willing to invest in health professionals who can offer safe, natural solutions for themselves and their children that work on the root cause and really heal what's going on, not suppress, right? A lot of medications suppress. But this actually heals the challenges that you're facing, that your children are facing, that your clients are facing, and it brings you back to that perfect state of mind. Whether you're already established in healthcare or looking for a fresh start, Flower Remedies offer you the chance to step into a field where you can truly transform lives while building multiple income streams. Your clients are going to experience profound results, and so will you. So let's say you're loving this and you want to learn it, but your mind keeps telling you, no, don't spend the money. I have no time. So you take a remedy for purpose and confidence, and not even this. What if there's something else you're interested in to learn? And your mind is telling you the same thing. So you take a remedy, I would say, for purpose and confidence, and within a week, your soul is going to be leading you back to where you need to be, whether it's here or somewhere else, whether it's a yes or a no, you're going to hear it from inside of you. And it's really amazing, whether it's this direction or another direction. Once you figure out what your fear is, what scares you, is it fear of failure, fear of poverty, no confidence? You don't believe in yourself and you need a boost of empowerment. You take the remedy for it and it's going to take you right where you need to be. And again, whether you're supposed to go into business here or somewhere else or not, it's just going to help you to follow your purpose. In the case studies book, in the link that I gave you, you are going to see a ton of examples in the book. And for those of you who just came on, if you go to the beginning of our chat for today, you're going to see a bunch of links that you can copy and paste. So I want you to think about how you can use this health modality with your existing specialty, or how you would like to use it for yourself in starting a new business. Who are the people you would like to help? I mean, and for those business starters, you can create your perfect office from home, at your kitchen table, in your pajamas, hair in a bun, and build that pajama empire, all from home. You can talk to people all over the world and help them with remedies. I have shipped remedies all over the world. And this is why I became so passionate about flower remedies for mental health and wellness. And I wanted to share this with you because it might just be the perfect integration specialty you've been looking for. And by the way, when you implement this life-enhancing modality into your business or create a business, as I said before, you are also life coaching. And you're actually seeing results. And that's what's so amazing. So those of you without a business yet, you can incorporate a whole brand around you using plant medicine. And if you're interested, you could add life coaching to that. So you do what you want to do. You focus on who you want to help. And I promise you, if you focus on a niche audience, it will serve you better. People always believe, I want to be open to everybody. I want to serve everybody. Yes, I know that you do. But if you start with a niche audience that you want to help and you specialize in that, eventually it will branch out and people will be coming to you. When you're helping somebody with anxiety, now they're referring you. Now they're bringing their kids to you. Now they're bringing their friends to you. They might not have anxiety. They might have other things, but you're going to get a call, as it has happened to me so many times. This is my challenge. Can you help me with that? And if I can help them, I'll tell them, yes, I can help you. So flower remedies, they're preparations made from, and I know it sounds quirky, the energy of flowers. They are actually, the flower is cooked in water in the sun, and that creates a tincture. And each plant has a healing power. We talk about that more when people join my master practitioner course, but that is the gist of it. So right now, I just want to give you some background, and this is all proven. When you look at the case studies book, you will see what this does. So we go into more detail in the live boot camp, but for those of you that want to become a specialist in mental health and wellness, and I know this sounds so pansy, but the health benefits, their healing powers are amazing and something you've never seen before. That was a pun, by the way, just delivered poorly. So why this integration is so perfect for you. Here's what makes this powerful for healthcare professionals. It complements healthcare, whether physical or mental. No matter who you, if it's a fitness coach, now you can offer a mental component, bring life coaching into it. If you're a chiropractor, you're working on physical, now you're working on mental. You just have a separate office and you work with people. And when you have loyal customers and clients that trust you, they are more open to learning about this and very excited to learn about this for themselves and their family. And it addresses a missing piece of healing in the mental health space. They are very safe and gentle. No contraindications. You cannot overdose. You can take it, and even it will even work through medication if you're on medication. You can take it with medication. It is safe for all people, newborns up to seniors, people even crossing over. So when I started first playing around with this, my son, I had my remedy bottle with my remedies filled to the top. I remember I made something for confidence for me, and I had it on my bedside. Well, my son, who took remedies, walked into my room, and he was maybe 5 at the time, 7. He was young. Excuse me. And he drank the entire remedy bottle. And I just freaked. Oh my God, what's going to happen? So I called my mentor and I told her what happened. And she said to me, okay, so I'll have a little more confidence. Doesn't hurt. Moment for me. I was nervous and I am like, oh, it just keeps getting better and better. They're very quick to learn. Now, you can go to the brands and learn. You can go to Bach and you're going to take level 1, level 2, level 3. There'll be weeks in between it. And then there'll be testing, and it can take a while. And then you go, because I work with 3 brands, and then you go to, you take a course online from someone else, but all you're learning in those classes is about each remedy. That's it. So it's quick to learn with me because we are going to have an intensive 1-week boot camp. And in there, you are going to learn everything. And the beauty of this is that there is nothing for you to memorize. We're going to be learning the art of the consultation. There are so many, you're going to have the paperwork. You're going to understand how to make this professional, because I am not about the woohoo arena. I believe very spiritually, I'm there, but I want this to be professional. And I will tell you how to package it, send it, invoice it, get it out there amongst 100 other things. I want this to be, like I said, very professional. And mental health support is desperately needed in the United States. And here's something fascinating about them. They're incredibly well established throughout Europe. Doctors prescribe them. They are used in the office. They're used in hospitals all throughout. Pharmacies stock them. It's considered standard healthcare. But in the US, most people have never heard of them. And what's beautiful is, when you do something like Reiki, if you're a Reiki practitioner, it's beautiful, but there's a million Reiki practitioners out there. You have to stand out, right? When you do something like this and you either specialize and create a business around this, because again, like I said, you're going to be a specialist. You're not going to be a health coach, which is so broad. I would not call one. I don't know what they do, but you are going to be a specialist in mental health. So this means if you become skilled in flower remedies, you become also the expert and the authority if you want to keep it local in your community. If you want to spread higher and further, then you can do that. It can become worldwide for you. And you're really not competing with 50 or 100 or 1,000 practitioners there, because the way you're going to deliver it is going to be totally different. So I've spent years mastering this field. I've written 2 books, which I told you about. And I have some business building books. And I've seen firsthand how this integration can really transform practices, businesses, and lives. I've traveled around the world. Also in my class, we talk about flower remedies for physical challenges and much more that I don't do out there. You won't see it in my videos when I talk about what they can do, because I'm not a doctor. I'm not really I'm not allowed to talk about, healing you physically. But I am going to talk about issues in our course that it does work with. Anxiety, depression, fibromyalgia. There are many things that it helps, because there's this trickle down effect, right? You start to feel better here and it really trickles down. For instance, anxiety comes with panic attacks, or it did for me. That is a physical challenge. When I got rid of the anxiety, I also got rid of the panic attacks. So, but the most beautiful thing that I want to say again is that you don't have to memorize it. And in the course, and I'll tell you about that later, one of the things is we deliver everything to you, including the paperwork needed and everything to create a great business. So understand, although it might sound like this, I'm not trying to sell you on this. This is just an option for you. If I sound like I'm trying to sell this to you, you're just hearing my passion. And like I said, I want 500 new practitioners this year, and we're getting there. And I want them in business by the end of the year, serving others. That's what I want to help you with. It's really important to get this health modality out there. And like I said, we need different age people doing it. And I want you to understand that these are not supplements. They're liquid drops that your clients take in a 1-ounce bottle that you will tailor make for them based on what their personal needs are. It is not one remedy and everybody takes it. You don't take one for anxiety and another bottle for confidence, and you just give it to everybody. You are going to find out core issues. You're going to create something that they need specifically, and you're going to send it to them, so you see some crazy, amazing adults. So my price is going up, but I charge right now $300 a consult and $300 a month for getting the remedies. And many times your clients, and that is just one income stream. Many times my clients bring their children, and I work with their husband, and they need something for their relationship. And I'm not a relationship expert, but I'm a plant medicine expert, and I'll know what remedies to give you so that you could try and get back into synergy and together again, instead of staying where you are with the resentments and the beliefs that you have, because we have remedies for that, resentments too. So I'm a plant medicine authority, but you can use it in other areas. Another thing is that when you work with clients, they come back monthly until they feel better. They bring their kids monthly. I mean, this month, August, is a huge month for me, because moms want to get their kids ready for school. They want them to go in there confident. They want them to go in there focused and listening. So I make a lot of remedies this month. I make a lot of remedies every month, but I always love that back to school, because it's just so fun to work with the kids. So I work with adults, infants, pregnant women. Pregnant women can take the remedies, and it really helps. If you're a midwife, this is an amazing modality to add to your business, because you are giving them remedies, going through delivery. And what's really interesting is that I've also worked with families with children they've adopted from other countries. You'll see some amazing things that are built into them that kids need help with, and including knowing that there's something else happening, right? And it creates separation anxiety, or there is just this knowing inside children, even when they're infants, if they're adopted, and it brings on certain issues, certain challenges. And we work with that all the time. I just love that. So are you impressed? Do you have any comments to share? Is it giving you ideas for something else? I mean, have you heard of them before? Are you shocked by their power? I was totally shocked by their power. I had no idea that it can do this, that it can have this um, these benefits and this powerful effect on my psyche and on my mind and my family and my kids. It, yeah, you start to believe, thanks, Misty, you start to believe, oh my God, I have clients that can use this. I can make this for people. I can really help. But the most powerful part about flower remedy integration and what sets it apart is that you become the authority by default in a profession that you want. So when you add flower remedies to your business, you're not just adding another service, you are claiming a position that literally no one else in the arena will have. It's not just talking and helping. Now you're actually giving a physical product. There can be 50 life coaches in your city, but you're the life coach who not only listens and suggests, but also helps with moving forward with a product they have in their hand. There might be 30 therapists, but you're the one addressing anxiety and giving them a chemical-free, powerful remedy to help them out of anxiety. And when you can help your clients on this level, you'll literally feel how life-changing it is for you and those around you. And if you want to feel it, book an appointment with me. If you want it for yourself, if you want it for your children, book an appointment with me. If we do a consult and we follow up, we'll follow up a month later. And if you decide to work for me, we're going to take that $300 tag off the price of the Master Practitioner Program. And if not, you don't want to work with me, but you want to experience it, you're going to start feeling great. Or helping you or somebody else close to you get back to your most perfect state of mind. And by the way, like I said earlier, the more intense your challenges are, the quicker it will work. And if this is something that interests you, just send me an email, amy@amydcohen.com. And in the subject, just say consultation. Another way is you could just book a call, amydcohen.com/call, and just create an appointment there. Excuse me. You are in a category of one. And when you get into this and you're in the community and you're sharing it, you create a trickle down effect where you start getting this out there. You can get immediate attention in your community. I've done TV, I've done radio, I've done interviews, and it's out there. You can see it all. So you have a unique profession that you can get out there. You also become a referral magnet. You can get referrals from other practitioners, other health professionals, as well as from your clients. This creates great speaker opportunities for you. You become the go-to expert for workshops, and you could talk about whatever it is that you want to focus on. You command higher fees because you're the professional. And people will wait for you because of your specific offerings. You're going to see a lot of testimonials in the book, a lot of case studies in the book, and I'm going to teach you that you want to start collecting this. It took me 5 years to realize, wait a second, I need to start collecting these case studies and testimonials so I can see the proof behind it and then show it to other people. So I'm going to teach you all this and more. And what makes it so different is the authority status happens quickly. Where before we used to have to go for PR or some kind of help, I'm going to show you how to do it at no cost to you and how it's going to work very quickly for you. You have, if instant, different, you become different. and positioning is different. It creates quick changes to your client's state of mind, and you become unique in your positioning. So you become the standards that other people measure themselves against. You become the authority. So people start to seek you out. Learning this, it's a 1 week transformation. Just 1 week, 5 days, you will go from knowing nothing about flower remedies to really working confidently with your family, with yourself, with your clients, and then positioning yourself as the authority in your field, whatever that field may be. Maybe it's just flower remedies, maybe it's an integration. And then you get the kit. So I want to tell you what you would be accomplishing, but it's long, and what you get, what you will learn in the certification. So for those of you that are interested, I'm going to talk about applying to talk about it. You can either send me an email and in the subject say, send me all the information, or when I talk to you, because you know you're going to apply to learn more, I will send all of this to you. So don't worry about it. It's a lot. It would take too long, and it's just too much. So you're going to learn some of this today when I talk about the package. I have a lot of information to send you if you're interested. So you know there are like 71,000 life coaches, and you want to stand out. So there are less than 5,000 flower remedy practitioners in the United States. And there's even fewer, I don't know of any, to be honest, that will teach you how to create a business around it. My job is to get it out there so people can learn about it and then help build a business doing it. I want you to create great impact and and for yourself acquire great wealth, because you deserve it. You are out there helping people all over. You deserve to get something for it. In our pre-training, we talk about that mentality where so many people were like, well, if I'm helping people, I really should not be making money. And that is absolutely not true. So as far as legal issues for laymen, this is not something that is insured. It's not something that is out there. Every state and every country has their own rules on holistic medicine. So you have to find out what's going on in the States. I used to cover all this, but it's so broad and it's changing so much that it's important that you get out there. I am registered as a business and I am out there. And one of the ways we talk about in our practitioner course is ways to be protected and how to find insurance and things like that. And again, because it is so different in every state. One of the things I was thinking about doing was starting a yearly retreat where I fly in somebody who talks about something, business or a company that covers it for insurance, which I had. You can actually add it to your home policy if you work from your home. So let me ask you some questions and see if integration is right for you, if you're excited about learning something like this. Do you want to be a practitioner in some kind of emotional health field or some kind of health field? Are you excited about learning something that can transform your business and create a pajama empire? Do you want to be able to position yourself as an expert rather than competing in a crowded market? And if you did say yes to much of this, then this might be for you. And if you didn't, then this is not for you. And that's all okay. I mean, other things that you will be addressing, spiritual dilemma, when you feel the need to feel more gratitude. If you have a victim mentality, children's challenges, you're going to see a ton of children's challenges in the book. Gender confusion, abuse, addiction, people pleasing, resentments, separation anxiety. Anything that you feel inside you that is not working, you can create a remedy for. Behavior, state of mind, negative thoughts just means that you moved out of emotional balance. When people are hit with something, it starts here and it goes into their emotional their emotional place. It could be grief, it could be trauma, it could be anything. And if you don't change that, it starts to affect you in some way, emotionally, mentally, lack of confidence, fear, whatever it is. But when you give a remedy for it, it moves you back to who you are. Does it mean that you're not going to feel grief? No, you're going to feel grief, but it's going to come to you in a different way. It's going to be, you're going to have hope inside of that. You're going to be able to navigate the grief and get through it. So it's pretty amazing. Now, this is how I work with clients. I've created this to make it easy for my students. I call it the BSFR method. So the way it works is that the first thing you do is you want to find out about their background. And believe it or not, there are very specific questions to ask that really dive in deep. And I've had people say to me, God, I never thought about that. But you're going to find out what's going on now, but also has the past brought something into this, right? Is some of this inherited genetically that you want to work with? So that takes us to the symptoms that you're struggling with. What are those symptoms that are coming out for you, that are not working for you? And it's different for everybody. You can say there are 10 people in a line and they all have anxiety, but that anxiety is affecting them in a totally different way. You are not all feeling it the same. Okay. So then we want to find out, how do you want to feel? Favorite question. And it really goes in a little bit deeper. So you want to find out how they want to feel, because ultimately, this is going to come into the remedy you choose. So you're hearing all of these symptoms, and maybe we're working on the symptoms, but I am really looking at how they want to feel, because that's also explaining their symptoms in a much deeper way. And then we go to the remedy. Because of these three things, you are going to create an amazing remedy for them, which they'll either come and pick up from you if you're in the community, or you will mail it out. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as well. Every remedy is customized to what your client needs. It's not like a medication where you take the pill and hopefully you're going to get some help from it. And as I say that, I really want you to realize that I'm all about doctors and hospitals. I'm thankful. I'm not opposed at all. But when I fell into this, the healing power of this was so amazing. It's like, okay, we have to get we have to get this out there as well. There are people that live a debilitating life just with anxiety alone and a chaotic life. So you really want to get out there to help them. So they go into a 1 ounce bottle. They last 3 weeks to a month. As I said, they don't interfere with any medication. You'll know what the person needs from a consultation, and they move forward. So does anybody have questions right now about the remedy, or questions they want to ask me? Okay, I answered, yeah, I'm talking about the insurance, and it changes all the time. I mean, it's so much easier to maybe do in Connecticut than it is to do in Illinois. It's so much easier to do in New York, but you just have to see what it is. It has never stopped me from doing it. I just make sure that I have insurance, and truth be told, the people who have sought me out are really interested and really thankful. So you do want to know. It's always important. So I want to tell you about something that's literally cut hours on my work, and I want to talk about it now because it lends to authority. right? We've talked about strategic integrations and flower remedies, but now how do you create your authority? There's many different ways to do that, but I want to share something that has been an amazing life changer for me. I don't know that I even would have gotten back into doing this, getting into the courses and teaching the courses again, keeping it small. I still have my clients, I still teach classes, but now I'm on a mission to get it out there. I don't know that I would be doing this if it was not for this. So many of you have heard of AI, right? Many people work with ChatGPT. I don't know ChatGPT. I haven't used it. What I was more interested in was writing. You know, when you go into business, and 5 years ago, it was so, when I touched on how untouchable it was, one of the things was copywriting and creating content, creating posts, creating ads that people were drawn to, that are copy that's from, that's written well. Okay. We all have our superpowers. That was not one of mine. So it took a lot of work for me to create posts, to create pictures that go with the posts, to get it out there on Facebook and Instagram. To write a book took a long time. To write e-guides took a long time. So I learned about Claude, CLAUDE.ai. And I went into it and I started playing around with it. And it was literally a game changer for me. I had it writing books. I had it writing posts. I just playing around with it. But I created posts. It creates pictures. And I was able to get out there and create so many different things. It creates ads, and you can get the free version of it. So it doesn't even cost you anything. And like I said earlier, it is like having a virtual assistant 24/7 who is at your command, will literally do anything for you that you want. You want research, it'll do research. I had it map out a whole vacation to Italy. It'll write stories for you. It will create posts for any platform, because you don't want to post on Facebook what you post on Instagram. Everything has to be tweaked a little bit. Doesn't have to be, but it'll do it for you. So why not? I have it creating months of posts for me. And that is part of how I get out there creating my authority, and with offers and with talking like this. So where it used to take, like I was saying earlier, a book and years, it takes minutes, and you don't even have to think about copywriting. So not only has it saved me hundreds of hours, the copy it puts out is amazing. So I wanted to get that out there. Really important. So there is a guru, Frank Kern. He's in marketing and he's all about ads and things like that. And you listen to him and he's really interesting. But what he shares, one of the things about him, and he likes to talk about a lot, and I totally agree with it, is that in order to really excel in business, there's a simple belief and a standard to follow, in my opinion. And it is all about having integrity, being honest, and being radically transparent. And I love that, because I can't tell you, people I worked with that did not have integrity, and it was not about what I was looking for. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn from good people. And if you belong here, you belong here, right? I want you to trust me. And I want to be radically transparent. And I love that. You want to be transparent. You want to be honest. So I am making it no secret that I want to work with you if we have a great fit. I want to work with amazing people that share a purpose, and I want to help people reach their goals in their life and their business. But not everybody's meant to work with me, and that's okay. I don't need to work with everyone. I need to work with the right people who belong here and that I truly believe I can help. And that's when we talk about my niche, your niche. One of my coaches, she talks about a treadmill. She taught me this, and I love it because it's so true, right? The power of a treadmill is that it's always moving. You could shut it off for a time, but once you get back on it, it starts moving again. If you stay on the treadmill, you're going to get results. If you need help with getting results, you go to a coach, you get advice, you tweak things. When you consistently work towards your goal, you're going to get there. The only way you don't get results on a treadmill is if you don't use it, plain and simple. So there are two rules to success: show up and don't quit. And the thing is, if you get into this and you like it, but you need to take a step away, which has happened, and it happens to a lot of people, and there was a time that it happened to me way back when, you come back. You need to step away a month, 6 months, a year. When you come back, it's all here for you. The program is here for you. The recordings are here for you. The help is there for you. You are still part of our group. When you are with us, you are with us for life. So every decision made is your decision. You create your outcome. You have to think about what weighs more for you. Do you want to be safe? Do you live in your discomfort? Or do you want to do something different and work towards anything that you want to achieve, whether it's this or something else? Once you commit to whatever it is that you may want to do, and you're here for a reason, there is something that you're looking for. Once you fully commit, Grant Cardone says, results show up immediately. So who's excited to hear something really excited? Very exciting. We spoke about it yesterday. If you aren't on the call, you're gonna learn about it now, but go back to day one. You probably have it in email, and you can listen. So yesterday we had this free strategy call opportunity where I offered one person a free strategy call. The point of the exercise was to see where you are in your business journey. I was scarred from the past and not getting to where I wanted to get. We become scarred. We become, and we get scarred from past experiences. And you want to be able to recognize, which I wasn't for a while, opportunities that showed up in front of me. You want to recognize opportunities, and you want it to feel good for you in your soul. As you use these remedies, you become more and more connected with your purpose, with your spirituality, with those guides around you. You hear your soul speaking to you. It's one of the things that happens that beautifully shows up. So I wanted you to see in that exercise that when something is in front of you and you don't invest in yourself and you don't see it, you become stuck in your future. You want more, you want to do something, but you become a little stuck. So, and I was there at a time. I mean, my God, you go through business, things change, you change, you come in and out, you learn new opportunities, and you create what works. I wanted to do this for so long. So when I was able to do this and really start seeing things show up and really changing to what those new rules were that were working, I was like, well, I have to get it out there. It's incredibly satisfying. So you have to find out what your superpower is, and so it can elevate your business, it can elevate your life, and you could get it out there to help others. My goal is to support you on whatever your individual mission is. We love helping people. So that's why you're here. You may meet people in the group that you have a connection with, and you end up collaborating and doing something or helping each other. So yesterday, before we ended, I asked some of you, how beneficial do you think it would be if we were able to support you, to mentor you, and be by your side for the rest of your lives? And a lot of you said, yes, it would be beneficial. So just to see who those action takers are, please comment in the chat the word me if you think it would be beneficial if we were to help you grow your business and guide you for the rest of your life. Thank you. I see it all happening. So honestly and very excitedly, we began to feel the synergy yesterday, especially after the replay went out. which I was not going to originally do, but people work and people were asking me, please let me, please send out the replay. So I decided to do it. And we sent it to all the participants that signed up for the course and was hoping for a replay because they couldn't be here because they work and obligations. So when people were doing their reflection homework for themselves, we started getting messages asking about scholarships and asking about making appointments. It was fantastic to see you believing in us and betting on yourself. So I've been sharing with you guys that I don't want you to undercharge in your business, of course, talking about elevating you and getting your pricing up there. So I'm not going to undercharge for our opportunities either. And those of you that saw the success stories that I have a link to would see that our inner circle programs come with a substantial investment. However, because I don't want money to stop you from receiving great mentorship, we've come up with a great scholarship program. And that's one of the things we spoke about yesterday. Would you be interested if we can come up with a great scholarship program, my team and I, to get it out there to be able to help you? And you were like, yes. So what that means is if you qualify for our scholarship, we would cover the vast majority of the tuition fee, and you would only have to invest a minority. So yesterday, a lot of you said you would like to be considered for such a scholarship. And for that, I have great news and really interesting news. So let's start. The great news is that we set aside a number of scholarships for our foundation program for this master practitioner course with certification. And we even have a few set aside for our growth program and our elite program. So in order for you to benefit from this, I want to make sure that you guys fully understand all that you're going to get and how you're going to benefit from it. Let me explain how it works at the foundation level, because that is the package that's the plan I'm really focusing on. So the package sells for, on our website, you might have seen it. When I run a course, I sell this program for $11,000. In this program, you get the live boot camp, that I'm going to be teaching. We're in it for a week. We're going to talk about all different things. And the reason why that I created this boot camp is because when I was learning, I was getting information about the remedies, but I want to create a story for you. I want you to really be able to help people and understand. I want you to understand. I was not taught the art of the consultation. I developed it over years, and it really worked beautifully. And I want to teach you that. I want to teach you how to create this wonderful business using the remedies, and I want you to totally understand everything behind it. And I'm going to teach you in the live boot camp. And like I said, you're going to get certified with this. And I'm going to also send you, if you're interested, all the paperwork of where you're going to go with this. Another thing I want you to have are the recordings after the class. You will always have access to the recordings in case you want to look something up. The other thing you're going to have is I'm going to give you can enter at any time, every single time I run a class, or anytime you feel like you need a refresher, you could come back into the live boot camp when I run it at no charge. It is there for you forever. And there will be times when I'm updating it. I've just learned something. I just traveled somewhere and worked with something, and I want to bring it to you. If it's another remedy brand, I mean, you look around my office and I have remedies all over the place. My office is stocked with remedies, and that's because I try all different remedies from around the world. And the ones that really stand out for me are the ones I'm teaching you. And the ones that I'm going to talk about today are the ones that you're going to start with. Most people learn a brand of remedies, and that is the brand they stick with. But I have found over the years that you put together some remedies from different brands because they all have their own special signature, and you will kill it when you are helping people. And that's why you're going to see those case studies. And like I said, this took me over 10 years to learn on my own as someone in business. So you're also going to get, which is not something I normally do, you are going to get the kit. Now, this kit is valued at $4,000. And I'm going to show you what you get, because you're going to have everything you need to start working immediately with the remedies. You are going to get 3 brands of remedies. You're going to get over 150 remedies. You don't get this box, but this is box, and you're going to be getting 38 remedies from here. It'll come in a regular box for traveling. You're going to get 2 boxes of Australian bush flower remedies. You are going to get 5 or 6 books, all that talk about that you will be using for the remedies. You're going to get another brand of remedies, Fintorn, which I love. These remedies come from all over the world. Fintorn comes from Scotland, and they use healing waters to make their remedies. Really amazing. I think that this is, I call them my graceful remedies, because there's just this beautiful grace in the healing that they do. You're going to get dropper bottles, and you're going to get spray bottles, because I'm going to show you how to deal with clients for yourself. And I'm going to also teach you, which is not taught anywhere, how to create it as how to create it professionally. Every client gets a sealed bottle, which you don't learn. It's going to be labeled. They're going to get paperwork that shows exactly what they're getting and how to take it. It is professional. So those are the things you get. Sometimes I'll add other things in there, information. But that is literally over $4,000 of value, and I'm going to include it in this master practitioner program. Another thing that you're going to get is 6 weeks of coaching. Every week after the course, because there's a lot to remember during the course, we're going to start with a program that is going to give you information, accountability, answer any questions you have, and coaching. I'm going to be your personal coach for 6 weeks afterwards. Any things that come up for clients, you're going to be making remedies for your family, friends, and children. You're going to have questions. Bring them in so everybody can learn from it. So really amazing. And what I also want to do is give you all a private consultation. That's my bonus, where each of you get a consultation. And then if you have your remedies, you're going to make the blend. And I'm going to teach you. Everything is so simple. And the beauty is there's nothing to memorize. You are going to be going to your books for figuring out the remedies. And we're gonna do all that together. It is just so simple. You know, I think to myself, my God, things are so complicated. And then you're giving this healing modality that's all natural and holistic, given to us from our higher power. And people don't even know it's out there. That plants can heal is like, oh my God, how amazing is that? So, and we don't have to memorize it. And I mean, it is just so easy. So that's all important. What I'm thinking about doing is also creating a retreat. Maybe every year, every 2 years, like I said, where we bring people out, and maybe we'll have it here on a lake. But I'd like to do it where people get together and we talk about what we're doing in our specialties and talk about issues, and we mastermind together and we focus on challenges that you're having in business and figure out how to move you forward. Very exciting. So, everything clear? Does it make sense to you? Thank you. Okay, good. So what's going to happen is in a moment, I'm going to send a link in the chat where you cannot buy anything, but you can simply apply for a scholarship and a call. We'll make the call and then we'll make appointments for you. So after the master course ends tomorrow, we can talk. I really want to give you my undivided attention. We want to make sure that also, excuse me, those that want to work with us are the right fit, and we want to make sure that we are the right fit for you. We want to make sure that there's a great energy exchange, and that I can actually help you. I don't want to say yes to somebody that I don't feel we can help. Maybe I have someone that I could recommend, but it's all about being able to help you. So I am dropping the link in the chat right now for you. And if you want to apply and learn more, again, this is just a conversation. That's how to do it. And then yesterday we spoke about the risk versus risk versus reward in yesterday's class. I just want to remind you, do not let old habits rule you. So I know some of you may be on the fence and wonder if you're ready for this. Maybe you have questions. I'm not going to sell you, but apply for the call. And then you could make a decision. We're going to make the decision that's best for you. I'm not interested in pushing. I want to make sure that you are empowered to do exactly what you want to do. I'm not going to try and sell you, just guide you. Worst case scenario, you will have an amazing call and you're going to walk away with a lot of clarity. Best case scenario, you're going to have a lot of clarity, walk away with a scholarship, and we're going to work together for life. I wanted to tell you that it does not matter what your situation is. It's all about what you want and if there's a way to work together. We have a certain amount of scholarships put aside, most for foundation. And then if foundation's not right for you, we have a couple of other packages that we'll talk about. I want to guide you in the right direction. And I want to make sure you're not getting something that you don't need. And I want to say one more thing that's very important to understand about making the commitment to work together. Remember we talked about the treadmill, get on it. When you get off it, you could get back on it. I want you to understand this is not a get rich quick scheme where you press a button and poof, money comes to you. It's not like that. It's going to require hard work. It's an investment of money and of time. So let's do this. I love doing this. Let's do what I call a victory meditation. Let's just spend a minute. I did this yesterday, and I actually want to do this meditation again today. Close your beautiful eyes and breathe with me. Breathe in, nice long breaths in, and breathe out. I want you to see yourself exactly 1 year from today. Take a breath in and let it out. Feel it. You're waking up every morning excited because you get to do what you love. And you're making great income and an amazing impact doing it. Your bank account reflects your impact. Your calendar is full of dream clients who value you, who pay your premium rates, and who thank you for changing their lives. Breathe in and breathe out. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just helping people, you are transforming lives on a massive scale. You've become the go-to expert in your field. People seek you out. They wait for you. They invest in you. Feel that confidence in your body. Feel the peace that's in your heart. Feel that joy in your soul. This is not fantasy. This is your future reality. The person you're seeing, that's who you're becoming starting today. Okay. Open your eyes. So now tell me, what is the one word that describes how that vision made you feel? Drop it in the chat. I love that meditation. And you know, if you get into bed at night and before you go to sleep, you start meditating on your future, it's going to start happening for you. When you put that programming in your head of where you want to see yourself next year, you can't help but to move towards that direction. So I'm glad you're feeling fulfilled, you're feeling alive. So before we wrap up this segment, I want to leave you with something, a quote. Some of you might feel absolutely crazy to apply for a scholarship like this, and it may be so complicated in your head, but I think if you're compelled to, that's where you're supposed to go. So Steve Jobs shares this great quote. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They push the human race forward. And while some of them are seen as the crazy ones, as some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. God, I love that quote. I had it in my office forever. So for those of you who applied, a big congratulations. And know that anyone who applies will get a phone call, we'll make an appointment, and we'll speak after the master course is finished. The fact that you took the first step to changing your life and business is crazy amazing. So make sure you have your phone on and it's charged, because my team's going to be reaching out to you today and tomorrow. So I myself am going to try and talk to you because I really want to get to know you. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know what your soul's purpose are. But whether we work together or not, my hope is that you will leave empowered with some ideas of a plan for yourself. If you feel confused, if you feel unsure, or you're unsure of your purpose, book an interview with me. You'll know your direction in a short time, and I would be honored to help you with it. So look at the incredible journey that you have taken. Day one, you shifted your mindset. Day two, you've discovered strategic integration, an amazing possible career for yourself, and whether flower remedies is a specialty for you, and then how to position yourself as the authority in the market. Tomorrow is also a big day. Tomorrow, you're going to learn how to build your business or pajama empire step by step. So in this chat, complete this statement. 1 year from now, I will be known as the expert in blank in my market. And then share that in the chat. 1 year from now, I will be known as the expert in blank in my market. Do you have any ideas? Okay. And for those of you feeling excited about the flower integration specifically, I can feel it by what you're saying. I could feel the energy and what you're sharing. So thank you for that. And that, by the way, is your intuition, your soul speaking to you and telling you something important. In the meantime, Tomorrow's class will show you everything you need to learn to start elevating your business or beginning a business with a step-by-step blueprint. So for those of you that have been here, don't forget to do your video in the Plant Alliance group. I'm going to put that back in again for anybody who is new here, who came in a little late. It'll give you the instructions. One of the things we've been doing is videos every day, sharing an aha moment and your name and a little about you. So you can share that. One of the things this is important is to get you out of your comfort zone. And if you really want to build a business, you have got to get out of your comfort zone. So that's where we start. You'll see the instructions in the group. Join our group. It's going to give a lot of information, and you're here for life. Listen and read to the case studies videos if you downloaded it. Let me go and give you everything right now in the links. I'll post it after we close. I'm going to post all the links out there. So if somebody has them, all the links from this morning, if you could just post it, that would be great. So read and listen to the case studies. See if this is something that interests you. Even for tomorrow's class, tonight, if you are not sure, if you're not sure what you want to do, you should make a list of things that interest you. And then it will be moved. It'll move you to start moving forward or helping you with ideas. May, you missed yesterday. I am going to, I believe I probably have your email address. If not, share it in the chat and I will make sure that you get the pre-training and day one. So anybody, let's see. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for putting in those links. So everybody who's here, copy them and you will get, you'll see a lot of different information there. So I'd like to just end with saying, see you tomorrow, my health building warriors. It's going to be our last day and we're going to talk about how to build a business that's successful and the systems that you need. So are there any questions before we end this? No? Okay. So my friends, oh, thank you, Misty. I'm really glad you got something out of today. Thank you, May. Thank you so much, Janani. So how about it? I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 o'clock, same time, where we get into systems. Goodbye, my friends. See you tomorrow.